5 big calls from 5 big analyst notes hitting the street today. Let's call it the Fast Five, shall we? Let's kick things off. Here you go. Morgan Stanley upgraded to a buy at Citibank. So Citi upgrading Morgan Stanley, calls it a quality franchise on sale, Guy.
Quality franchise on sale. I actually like this upgrade only because you had that massive double top that we talked about. The stock cratered. Tested levels we saw, probably within the last 6 months, seemingly held. So if you want to play stock market, it makes sense. I still don't love the banks, but at least Morgan Stanley gives you something to trade against. Brian.
All right, next up, Wells Fargo upgrading Chipotle to overweight. The analyst bullish on the restaurant's Chipotlane drive-thru expansion. They say that this could be, Steve Grasso, the Domino's of this decade.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Chipotle's found a way to do a lot of things right. But I also believe that coronavirus has affected it. When you see the stock sell off, it's below all its moving averages. The 200 is at $800. Just keep an eye on 700 and 800. You're in no man's land here, but I do like it.
Side question, wouldn't restaurants with drive-thrus benefit if people are afraid of coming in
Still got
contact?
people hacking over your food that are making it.
They're not hacking. They are not hacking over.
Sure, that's,
there are a lot of hardworking people.
I'm not sure that that's what he meant.
Yes.
As far as, it's not a Chipotle thing, it's just a general comment.
General comment.
General comment. All right, moving on to Target. Goldman Sachs adding the retailer's conviction buy list, saying it stands to benefit from competitors, stores, closures. Tim, do you like this call?
Well, I think it's a good call in terms of they are operating with a lot of efficiency. If you look at actually their holiday numbers, they were close to 7% up 13% for the year. The stock had a massive run. It has pulled back. So in terms of their execution, I think it's been very strong. I think we are overstored in terms of the big box. I think you do need to see that. I think it's fiercely competitive, especially in their food. But on this pullback, Target looks interesting.
Oh, well, speaking of big box stores, let's move on to the next call. Another retail name, Home Depot. They also got an upgrade to a buy from a neutral Nomura Instinet. The analyst saying it can benefit from a strong housing market as well, Guy Adami, that people may nest due to the virus impact. Stay home, spend money, not travel.
Go get your gardening supplies. Get out there in the spring, dig in the earth, which I happen to love to do. Listen, a lot of reasons like Home Depot. I don't think valuation is one of them. That's what they cited. But you know what? I don't think it's particularly expensive at 21.5 times. I think 250 is the price target. I do think it gets there.
I'm long Home Depot. I really like the stock. It's basically at all-time highs. It's come all the way back, and I think lower rates and just a snapback. But that's not this virus is not the reason to go buy Home Depot. I mean, it's just like hurricanes when people are going to buy more masking tape and plywood is not the reason to buy Home Depot. So buy it because it's a duopoly, because they're a lot better in terms of their operational efficiency than Lowe's.
All right, good stuff there. By the way, the Indigo Girls, you got to tend the earth if you want a rose off Hammer and Nail. Last but not least, Oracle upgraded to buy at Societe Generale, saying this stock is a good defensive bet against coronavirus. Dan, what do you think of this one?
I don't know how you attach those two things if you're going to say the secular shift towards the cloud, the recurring nature of a lot of their revenues, but this is not a particularly exciting company right now. The last couple quarters, this is even before the virus came around, were disappointing with guides lower. And I'll just make one other point. The 52-week high came last July. So, the market just topped off from an all-time high just a week and a half ago. And this thing is, 6 to 8 months from its all-time highs. I think it's a bit of a value trap here, so I'm not buying it.